Ms. Mays, good afternoon. Please state your name for the record.
Quaysha Mays.
Okay. So it's for a pre-trial. How are we proceeding on this matter?
Well, Your Honor, we had an original pre-trial on December the 8th. At that time, a escrow order was agreed to. Well, the judge agreed to put in an escrow order. The escrow order has been entered, and at the time we started this case, they were $2,000 behind, $2,400 behind in rent. They're now $7,367 behind in rent because it started in September, and you're now scheduling a second pre-trial. So, and she never made a payment under the escrow order. So she's
Yes, I did. Yes,
Well,
I did. And I also get my school money the end of this month where I can pay a little bit, a lot more. But I did pay into that escrow.
Ms. Mays, give me 1 second. If it's not in the court, you didn't pay it. Let me check.
Yes. Okay.
we contacted
I
the court.
did pay something.
No, Ms. Mays, like I said, if it's not in the court, you didn't pay it. Let me check our records. I only see one payment of 120. I see $200.
Yes,
That's
I
back
did.
on
I
this.
mean, I'm
That's back
saying
on.
I did pay some into the escrow. I didn't pay a lot. I paid what I could. I am getting my school money on the 26th of this month. I will be able to pay a lot more, but I just need a little time.
Okay.
Your Honor, this has been going on since September. It's a $7,000 balance on this thing. And the
So what's
escrow order was $950 a month. And it was supposed to start in
Right.
December, and she paid $200 since December.
Mr. Brickner,
Yes.
can we do an in-person bench trial on March 4th, an in-person bench trial? It will not be on Zoom.
I will tell you I'm out of state right now, and I don't have my calendar up to March the 12th. And I might have what is March the 12th?
I said March 4th, which was Wednesday.
March the 4th? Oh, I have
Yeah.
that. Hold on. I can do it in the afternoon, Your Honor.
Yeah, so it'll be March 4th at 2:30 in person.
Is she gonna have to pay into the escrow or follow the escrow order? Or, I mean, under the court rules, she doesn't pay in the escrow order. She has no defense.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta calculate the escrow order first. Let me see. So on January 14th to 26th, she was ordered to pay $704.84, then $950 per month. So
It would be 1,600 at this point in time.
hold on.
1,654.
The 120 she paid. 120. I'm sorry, 200. My apologies, 200. So she still owes $504.84 on the $704.84. That was back in December, right?
Your
No,
Honor,
January.
The order was submitted December the 8th. It didn't get entered till January the 14th, and it was submitted by my file. I know that it was a visiting judge that did the initial hearing, but it took a month and a half to enter the escrow order, and I submitted it the day that it was approved by the court order.
When was it approved? December?
It was December the 8th. That 704 was from December the 8th.
Okay, so then when did the 950 kick off? January?
I'm sorry?
When
Yeah,
did
it
the
would have been
950
January 1st would have been the extra, the 950. That's correct.
But my
Okay.
rent is not.
Hold on 1 second.
Why would it be $950 when my rent is $865?
It went up.
All right, so here's the deal. 704.84 plus 950 plus 950 minus 200. You have to deposit in escrow $2,404.84, Ms. Mays, okay? before
Okay.
your bench trial.
Mm-hmm.
Come
Okay.
to the court, and make a deposit, cashier's check. We're not taking personal check. Cashier's check or money order, okay?
Okay.
And she'll owe another
Personal.
$950 as of March the 1st.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And another $950 plus March 1st, my apologies. So that'll be 3354.84. So $3,354.84. That is for the money you were supposed to pay in December, January's rent, February's rent, March rent. That needs to be paid before the bench trial on March 4th at 2:30 p.m. in person, okay?
Okay.
All right. Once again, money order, cashier's check, no cash, no personal checks.
Okay.
All right. Are we all set?
Thank you, Your Honor. The court will send out a notice.
Yeah, we'll send out a notice.
Okay, I ask permission to leave the court.
Yep, you're all set.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a nice day.
You too, Ms. Mays, you're all set as well.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So you filed the motion, Ms. Hollis?
Yes.
All right, explain to the court, what are you seeking?
Huh?
You filed a motion, so you need to argue the motion. Go ahead.
What's the rent? The price of my rent.
Ask him how much is your rent?
So,
Ask him how much is
hold
your
on.
rent?
It says it has been stated to the defendant that August 2025, the rent was not paid. The defendant has a receipt for the exact payment in the form of money order.
Yes, it is. I have it
Okay.
right here.
Mr. Joseph.
I'm not really sure what's going on here, Judge. There was a judgment that was entered by hearing. After we went down through the entire breakdown of the ledger with Judge Jordan, it was me personally who did it. The judge made a determination of what was due and owing. That amount, I'm trying to see here, that was $2,020.37. And that was back on, I think, well, the hearing took place on the 16th of December. It wasn't signed until almost a month later. Notwithstanding that, since that time, there's only been a payment of $554. So there's still an outstanding balance amount on the judgment itself. And again, that judgment was entered by hearing. The motion that is titled Miscalculation is improperly before the court. Her only option would have been to file an appeal if she felt the court erred, and she would have had to do that. She would have done that for 10 days from the date the judgment was entered, which would have been 10 days from January 13th. So this has all been determined. Everything on that judgment is valid pursuant to that hearing, and we're asking the court to deny the motion. It's baseless and it's improperly before the court.
Okay.
I think we have more time though.
Okay.
So we have an agency that's.
You see the judgment because there's absolutely no notes. So you see judgment. Okay, yep, by hearing 2020-37. So I mean, even with the miscalculation, quote unquote, you still will owe about $1,500. So I mean, yeah, I see it right here. Judge Jordan signed it. And you said there was only a $500 payment, like, so, yeah, the motion is moot, to be honest. I mean, honestly, if it's a recalculation, they recalculate, you still are in arrears on rent. And so I don't know what to do in this point, you know? I can't send it back down to Judge Jordan because there's still rent in arrears. So if you want to retain possession, I mean, if you have a receipt, and I don't know anything about the ledger. I don't have anything in front of me about the ledger. Let me see if I can see something in the system.
Yeah, there wouldn't be a ledger in there. I mean, she owes now $2,680.37. Now, if she believes there's a payment that she didn't get credited for, she can always go down to management. They can certainly look into that. And if they agree with her, they'll apply it and they'll figure out where that payment went. Or if there needs to be a stop payment on it or
Yeah, so I mean, take that payment down there, confirm whether they received it and giving you credit for it. If they didn't, then obviously you have your proof, but we're still behind rent, you know. Even if he says you're out $2,600 now, I'm just going off this judgment. So how much was that payment? You said 500 and what, Miss Hollis?
but she paid $554 in January, and I think she's claiming there's a $526 payment that was never applied.
Okay, so 526 from this judgment date, that'll take it down to.
I will tell the court this, on September 8th, they reapplied a payment that I think she said that they missed, which would have been the August payment of $526. So I believe that was already credited in there. But again, if she thinks there's something else missing, go down to management, get a copy of the ledger and show them that money order. They have the check number on the ledger that they can compare it with.
How come you have enough time to go to the agency?
I'm trying to see, do I have enough time to go to the agencies?
Oh, the agencies is long gone. I mean, you would have had, I mean, that's, you can certainly seek rental assistance, but I know that they've already filed for the writ. So you're gonna have to talk to management about anything for repayment and any extension.
Can you tell her what the writ is? How much is the writ? Because she has a paper saying that.
I have a paper says 2 different prices on my, I'm looking at right
The
now.
the only thing you need to worry about, well, you only needed to worry about the judgment amount, which was $2,020.37. That supersedes the amount on the complaint. And then I'm telling you right now, the balance is $26.80.37. That's probably the amount the client's going to want in order to stop the eviction, because they don't have to accept any payment at this point since we're past the due date on that judgment.
How is that much? And I just
Judge, do you
paid.
know if there was anything placed in escrow?
I just paid.
See anything in escrow? Let me check. I didn't see any notes on it, but I can check. I want to say this is $525. It was the motion fee. She had to pay the motion fee.
And plus the August.
So did she pay the $525 in the escrow, or just the motion fee of $20?
I think it says trust, so in escrow.
Okay. So yeah, Judge, we would ask the court to deny the judgment and release any escrow to plaintiff, which that amount would be applied towards the judgment balance as well.
So $20. So she submitted 545. Obviously, 20 goes toward the motion fee, and then 525 in trust. So we'll release that 525 from the trust to plaintiff.
I'm sorry, what was the last part of that, Judge?
We'll release the 525 to plaintiff. Well, plaintiff or attorney. So we'll release that to you.
Okay, very good. And we'll submit an order denying the motion and for the escrow release as well.
Okay, and like I said, I wasn't at the first hearing. I don't have anything about a ledger in front of me, nothing. So, but from the numbers I'm hearing, with this 525, it should take her back down to what, 2,100?
Yeah, that's correct, give or take. Yep.
And then if if there's another $500 payment that was missing, then it'll take her down to about 1,600, 1550, somewhere in there. There's still an amount. There's still $1,500 what I want you to understand is how there's still $1,000, $1,500 is missing approximately, like of
But
unpaid
what do
rent.
you mean? I ain't paid for February because the money I just gave the court, it was supposed to rent for February.
Yeah,
No, no,
that'll get
Masai,
applied appropriately.
it will get applied. That's what I just added. So what I'm saying is you currently owe 2,600. 525 that you deposit to the court goes toward that 2,600, which drops it down to approximately 2,100. And then if that's what I'm saying, if the other payment that you're saying is missing is applied, that drops you down to approximately 1550. So I'm saying there's still about 3 months of rent that's missing that no one is accounting for, that is still floating around in Judge Bowie head. That's what I'm saying. I cannot deny the motion because you haven't brought anything to say, well, I paid, this money in arrears or when I don't have a ledger or anything. So I can't
What's
legally,
your,
and I can't give you more time because, there was enough time for this to be
it's not the rent missing, it's the electricity bill.
there's a $1,500 electricity bill.
No,
Mr.
Judge.
Joseph?
No.
Okay, we're all set then. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Judge.
We're all set, Ms. Hollis. Thank you. They got that girl in there. She don't know what's missing. She don't know what's going on. This is a motion to stay proceeding. Set aside default judgment. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Motion to set aside default judgment. Let's see, I'm poking it up. I don't see any paperwork filed on it. Miss White, you filed the motion to set aside the default judgment?
Yes, sir. I had missed court on the 20th of January was my court date for North Hill Farms. I was really sick. I came in and I put in a motion. I originally was getting took to court for late payments. I have been making the payments. I have one more payment to make and I am caught up. I just wanted to let North Hill Farms know and the court know as well that I'm almost paid up, but I know that the fact that I missed my court date, I was not able to do that.
You said you missed because you were sick?
Yes, sir.
Was it I'm not crying, was it a hospitalization or something? You have a note or?
No, sir. When I checked my mailbox, court had already happened. So from me being sick, I was too ill to go check the mailbox.
Ms. Salem, anything you want to say before I make a decision?
Yes, Your Honor. First and foremost, I'm not hearing any good cause shown for a failure to appear. And also, this judgment was entered on January 28th, 2026. We were able to order the entry for order of eviction, and we have not done so to give Ms. White some time to make payments. At this time, she's currently $523.48 behind and highly delinquent. The judgment amount was for $615.48, so a small payment has been made towards her judgment balance, but however, there's still a high balance remaining. So we are asking this court to deny Ms. White's motion.
Okay. I don't have an application in the order of eviction.
We did not file one. I'm saying even though we were able to, we withheld in order to give Ms. White some more time to make payment.
All right, Ms. White, I can't grant your motion, but so I'm gonna deny the motion set aside default judgment. However, they are giving you time to make that 523.48. They have not applied for an eviction, so
Yes,
how
sir.
quickly can you make that payment?
This coming up on the 25th, I can at least pay 400 of that off.
All right, yeah, so I mean, work it out, when they're ready to evict or if they feel like there's no progress, they're gonna file an application. But until then, if you make that $400 payment, I don't see them applying for it out of good faith that you're making payments. And a huge $400 payment would be nice, but I'm pretty sure they want a $523.48 payment. But you know, you're getting most of it done, so. You're all set. I'll deny the motion, and then if they file the application, you can always file a motion to stay the proceedings. But, yeah, you might want to get that payment all paid in full so you can remain,
Yes, sir.
okay? All right,
Thank
Okay, I really appreciate it.
no problem. You're all set.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. All right, Mr. Franklin has not bothered to appear. He's asking for an eviction to be stopped. Let me access the case file real quick.
Your Honor, if I may, I
Ma'am.
believe he has not appeared because he has almost made payment in full. Currently, he has a little less than $5 remaining, and I've spoken to my client, and they're not going to be proceeding with executing the writ. And they're going to allow him to pay that balance of, I think it's $4.48 with his March rent. So he might not have appeared.
All right, so based off that, I'll grant his motion to stay the proceeding. I would know he didn't appear, but he only owes $4.48, so.
Okay, we were planning on withdrawing our writ if he did appear. So I don't know if you would like to deny his motion and we could withdraw our writ.
Yeah, I'll deny the motion, that way you can, take the writ off.
Okay,
So it's denied, and I'll say plaintiff not pursuing, planning to withdraw writ.
perfect. And we will e-file that with the court.
Okay. Thank you. All right, that's it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Take care.